I mean, Konami Chamai Ajo and Enumri. Chamai Majo. Baby Abocodie. Namidia Famio. So, many Jovim no pa. O motivation ye day.
Oh, you, dear Decline, my main chair. AsaasePa listeners ni omo share online yeah and I'm my ko pa mo ye
Ajumadas.
yeah in the station here me tie we callers no ni say na mo respond no make say ubojuma
Ajumadas.
yes myself as a person there ubisamia make say make say adoma nyamina ye adom na in spite of all the challenges I have faced in Bibiano we are still soldiering on and we are better nyamia say basically that is it any ushe omuye party faithful omuta sometimes in difficult times you don't expect say I'm up for Nibeji, but they still look at the elephant and they get inspired, they get motivated, and you feel like, oh, okay, if that is what it is, yeah, then we need to, continue the fight. Ubisa, what I was saying is, Sebi, yeah, quite election while we need to, and quite the way we were expecting, but the elephant is still a very strong brand. We need to quickly reorganize ourselves, identify exactly where shortfalls to buy, and what we must do to make sure that we come back and come back strongly. So, yes, my motivation there, I know, say, Nyamikita Yang, and party for us, once upon a time they were not happy, and things went the way it did, but we are here.
Right, Mamin Narona Famra, Greater Accra region, and Wudu Juma. Common question you have national picture no na yahwe rebuilding process no. Quickly 2024 seats are one crampumpuni mantamu ye 34 parliamentary seats. I won crampumpuni mantamu. Unfortunately, NPP to be winning 5, outstanding 1, Ablikuma not. And my NDC take 14 28 seats. Or maybe say a dine by ye as regional chairman, says I we be siana.
Oh, okay, that's a very good question. I like the angle from where you are coming. Ayampa, ye koyeno. Na let's even start from 2016. 2016, Nyamiye Yadum, Yenya 21 seats at Greater Accra. Nationally also, yes, it's on echo through 169 or so. 2020 year core election, you remember 137, and then again in 2024, and I have 88 Sebi train Ablekumanov the Nebeka 89, but for now 88. Here in the region we have 5, sadly. Ablekumanov the Nebeka na ISX. But the war said, your question is, did we see it coming? In Greater Accra, I would say to some extent, yes. Because no, not to this extent. But to some extent, no. You can say, Yaman Koye war Greater Accra. Why we need to say, Sebi, Kromuye dia, Bebia, ye nyatin kanupa, between ye, Bebia ye nyatin kanupa, Greater Accra. Why is it so? Won't say Hanu, a phobia diha. Ubia sorry say pao na eti say economy no ye tight kakra baby are feeling pa Greater Accra. I remember time and again ye call strategic meetings the president baby sir Divine, what's happening Greater Accra? The signals are not looking good. I mean MPP Penyibia Bedia dance here. It's something that we saw say it's not looking too good in Greater Accra. At Greater Accra, the extent to which I call any here, now we're not expecting it. But now your name said we're having challenges here. Sabi, and I'm saying, economy no miya kakra. Now I'm for to me move for more hano. We share response. Not just say the research shows so it will be sir. Researchers they will tell you say it was not looking too good in Greater Accra, but that will drop all the way to, let's say, 6 seats there. Now we're not expecting that, but they're not a yet as if and the most surprising part here other regions. No, Usha, a region like Ashanti region. You see, anytime we drop a single seat in Ashanti region, corresponding other regions, no. One seat in Ashanti region, for example, or Eastern region, is about 4 or 5 in the other regions. So yes, because you confirm that much. I work Greater Accra. Ama obia aye disorganized kakra, but it's a general thing. Because if you aggregate all together, we drop from 137 to currently 88. It's huge. And say economy no epic year. Epic, we get the signals here in Greater Accra. And corner sabi we feel it more. Ewoha. Na no. The nyina ye hwe de hu ye ne se titru a omo ankwa ankoto abade nyina ye krofo MPP for na. I met a lady friend of mine not too long ago. Na osi chama sisi ade say yes na organize ye hu yi o na aba by de nyina ye fa ye hu gym na ye nkoto abade bi na say what was the difference between now and send me all casem no corner say Francisca is looking like
one to
abano. After no say even you make we get MPP ni penyin pao. Which is party for no for whatever reason no. As a saka, yet to be organized here, it is said there, and yes, at least and can party for there. We should have been able to, go and support our own. Unfortunately, we didn't do that. A lot of our party people didn't go to vote. And this we already know. And at the end, I do baby, and bizarre, a pleasant story, but that is what it is, and we need to get back and reorganize ourselves and see what we can do.
But ne bibia MPP as a political party, what I mean Greater Accra beba broader picture no. Ne bibia preventable na sa lost the ewo nkrampumpuni mantamu because from 14 seats to 5 seats. That means a drop a cra na preventable na.
Well, at the time, we were all calling for some changes within the government. Now, what would him say? Ministers, the MPs,
appointees,
appointees mainly omuti Greater Accra. And if for whatever reason, yet governance, SETA, Sebi, Rollins Abba, Oko, Papa Akufo-Addo Abba, Atamis Beye, like that, up to where we are. Now, I didn't be a Senate, Ukrainian Benim. Him say, Kunyano, and I say, it's a position of authority and power and any influences, What transfer now, what chubby brea, and I will say, I didn't
bonafide property.
Would Japadia Bisa, and the opera, and I will ye. And Ebasa, Yakasa, you see, the appointees, they were not listening. And yes, I know. Now, wow, we are partying. Who can exactly. That is what happened. But me shepa dia sabi party no ma directives the extent to which yet to be can party assem appointing. And now why a bit cautious, but largely no say appointees to the kind of career. I didn't go do baby sabi pompous. Exactly. You can't say anything. I think that cannot be an excuse because you see, party no it is a tree.
Yeah.
Right? Now the product or the fruits of that trade no appointees no. You winning elections, sir. Say na you benya kwan
party no na appointees.
Exactly.
Okay.
And in esa no, esa kan party no, what to me be appointees no so. But your system no say the tie no. Wa wonim say ya bre na abaye minister. Take for example education or trade or finance or whatever. Na esa no party for omo abre sa no omo expectation is say wanya betena ho no say bibi no pe mainly the benefits or the spoils of government say ni babi pe juma bi ana school placement nya adi. Then we come to you and will not be able to even assess you po na ya kan ya sem natural na aye adia e ha dwen kakra. So when that happens, I'm all for try. There were allegations of yes, with the fact on you understand what I mean? Now Usaka, then feel like na power no yena ye bekwa ko bre na yenya power no na be more or less the as if it's a private property of the appointee or tiho. No so nim say ye insisa no ye rich shafo no enti on so hwe party ni ukasa wait be nim. Then you see that the party people will now begin to advise themselves. Pulling back. Now,
Chama, Adam, party executives, no, na money abino, meka abino, the executive, yet nanado. Namuntimi shiana, and I say, ministers, no, Namuntimi munshiana. Because any awoka in a party, no, and I will mampany, no. You are right. No, and I will appointees, no, and this appointees, no, go wayward. Na no man koye na party no hu se da bi o executives no ba bi amode ye nam no troma yen NPP fo a na muntimi nkakehwe.
When the me da say and na me kan from the beginning say say kan party no party no the producing government no say kan party no control at least to some extent eternally on the government, on the executive. But bro, say na ye how ana otu kwan kakra
na me okrom ha
ekodu baby a utumi say afi de nye party for no po keke, but na members of parliament any penyiform war system no say adi we anka yes san mu kakra anka ebeboye. I don't think say I want to sit here and be talking about ANB. I mean, we've gone past that.
But going forward.
Exactly. We know. Thank you. I like that angle. We need to talk about these issues just so we don't repeat the same mistakes. Yet, hey, Yahondia, yediti them ha, any foundation, ekita sabi, building. Nasanet, in the political arrangements, the who are bonting, ministers, appointees, IFA, people, police escort, and all that one, is as a result of foundation be producing that kind of structure now, and only part, So if the foundation, if the tree that is producing the fruit, if you fail to nurture it, if you fail to give the kind of attention as I said with the tree now, trust me, you will go down. You go down. At the wind here, you can't run away from it. They see, if we are going round, we are going round. We all know that whatever it is, for whatever reason, and we as managers of the party, I think we should take the responsibility because whatever it is, me and Miti I say. Nyama be brave, and I'm here. 2020 election now, I saw a lot of things. I feel so no. I do is a bekodia, a be hard. Now, after 2020 election, now me imagine say I come in Kobio because say who manage party now we pinging now omu wase omu ministers omu appointees omu then by virtue of the fact say baby omu tinintino they do what they like, and because they control power, everybody goes to them. They listen to them. They will not listen to you. Seeing this, I had wanted not to contest again. I had wanted to pull back.
Wow.
But I continued just for one reason. Yes, because I remember I visited one of your sister station. And Yebisa, the course 2020 election, the host asked one question that got me thinking. When I left the place, I changed my mind. Question beside and say, Chama, Anko Ye, we've seen you. You lead with diplomacy, you don't want to go fighting people and all that one. Yeah, that's good. But what do you think you would want to be remembered for? Yeah, baby. What would they say? He said, once upon a time there was a chairman like this, so and so and so. You know, what will people remember you for? Then I said, wow, okay. I went back to the, well, somebody would say the social contract, the engagement I had when I was, you know, contesting, when I was running the campaign. I made promise that, look, okay, this is the number of seats I was aiming at. Sebi, election, don't say a national party. The strategic decisions are taken at the national level. Yeah, you want them no. I can hear Juma and he say we'll see to its implementation. All right, but I want to say and a war ballot paper also. So there's limit to what you can do. What you can do and say thank you. And yes, and well, somebody can say okay, yeah, to me blame me or no be brave. That is fine. But for me, I think that once you are the leader, whatever it is, the blame must be put on, and I accept that one. But the question of, so how are you leaving the scene? What would you be remembered for? That I remember that I made a promise that Yami Adumna Mbeye chairman, among other things, no, Mebo Modin say Messi regional party office, Eliama party, because not ye ni baby you know. So I was making the effort. Mikonya Asaase la trade fair ho. Na actually we worked on it. I could do baby no na a free years. I couldn't finish that arrangement. I called 2020 election. So I said, if for nothing at all, hang on and make sure that you are leaving behind this legacy.
Yeah.
I had my regional executives fully supporting me on these, arrangement. So I decided to stay on and fight so that we'll be able to at least do that. Yeah, can say, met me, I can say, Yami Adaruma, with the help of one or two of senior party, members, we've been able to, achieve that almost. We are 70% through Asabi. That thing is there. Or Chanabi will be say at least for nothing at all. We've been able to, put up a building like this. Yeah, German. But aside from that, no, Masa, no woman is we a leader, and you understand, say, and can whatever it is, no, we should be able to hold the executive accountable. Now we now what do you do? At the end of the day, say anchor year, then you go and you'll be blaming who? I think that we as managers of the party from national all the way down to the constituency, we should be able to take responsibility.
I like that.
I don't know.
I like that.
Anchor year. Yes, otherwise who? We a coach for whatever reason. Who call field? You call bomb match now and year. Coach no crap or and train my pamu. I mean, let's face it. We are not superhuman beings. Who can year? It could also be said maybe share luck, whatever it is. But during your time, you should be, reasonable. You should be responsible enough to say that, no, I didn't there. So for me, that's the way I see it. We need to really, stop the blame game. We need to take responsibility, come back home, do all the necessary alignment, get the machinery strong again, and then go at it again. And then we've gone to win again. I think that the NPP, especially considering the way the NDC government is going right now, our people, my thinking is that we are attacking them and pointing out their mistakes too early in the day. We should spend the time, fix our own machine very well. Once that one is done, because, Agorhom Baffour Chufomuna Musi Franopa. Science I hear who say.
Early science.
Oh no. But I don't want to talk about it. I think that we should concentrate on fixing our party. The moment we are able to do that and do it very well, the NPP party machinery will get back to the field and win us the election.
Right. Who can be say 2020? Who decided say unco regional chairman bill? But upon second thought, now can say there be my main sign call. Na mi nyamachi ye. Say na be you be can say na chairman divine cry no. Wo be ye den ya. At least say sabe facha me touchwood. Uni ho kra no wafiri mu a o meka bibi amanaka unchiri ma. 2024 party no anye ye. Obe contest bi wo.
No. I've taken a firm decision. Sir. I mean, why? What again are you going to tell them?
Njade won't complete regional office.
Yes, I'm on it. Say, me time no nyan. By the time him say, by the time me time no be no, I would have been done with that one.
But won't contest it.
No. It's okay.
Who are different position and a national position?
Not really. Minya emphasize ajun, but I didn't say. Say you. A womrea, you get in, and a womrea,
you get
out. You need to allow others also. First one, you have every reason to say that no, it's not my fault. Yes, but you were the leader. Do you understand? So who should we blame? Coach leading a team to. And different. In that case, you are standing there. You are the one doing the coach. You are the one taking the decision. In this arrangement, if you understand it, not even assistant coach. You see, you are like, decisions for campaign strategy and all that one. No, such decisions are not taken at the regional level. In fact, even at the national level, I will not, apportion this blame to them entirely. Why? Because normally you have a court election. You constitute campaign team, national campaign team. The national executives, regional chairmen are made part of that team, but the leadership is entirely different. What's his name? The
Protozoa.
No, not Protozoa. No, the former MP there.
Yeah.
And then Damboche. Now, Omu leading as campaign manager, campaign chairman.
Yeah.
What you say? Along the line, Sebi Damboche or training Hokakra, but I don't cry. He was part. He worked with the team from behind till So the decisions are taken at this level, and then directives are given.
Okay.
So at the regional level, you are supposed to implement the decisions. The campaign team, no Ediaba. So it's not entirely your game, but whatever it is, the American say, a 2024 elections is so na a different kakra, and they say, and can normally previously whatever it is your board tougher or national. The Bafem Eba region na region Ashwe its implementation. This time 2024 and Konosa Ukaipa 2024 Sebio from the National Campaign Office straight to the parliamentary candidates. That's what happened. And the regional party need to a large extent, I don't want to say we were incapacitated, but I say, for whatever reason, that could be the strategy.
But who could
so party, the campaign unit, dealt directly with the parliamentary candidates. Sana in the 2024 elections.
And active politics now, person will be B1.
Oh no.
Position now, person.
Exactly. Obifo from Sumbra. What you say? Obifo from Sumbra. I can serve in whichever capacity. But your question is whether I intend going again as regional chairman. I think that's the question.
Right.
And my answer to it is that no.
Right. But your party ni na ahoden wo ho ye mre ya adentina ye nkobiu na ye ntimi serve ya manfo na ye ho no noma bi a sabe ne ye pese ko na anko saa no yenko na yenko siesie because time awye regional chairman no kra na bi na wo kan say empese be call deep saa because adie bia no eso ye measured kakra enti me nko deep saa nsem no bo ana mo ka empanyifo no pa no befa omo pa omo mfa na wo fra grom no mu wano be de adudwom.
Oh, okay. That is it. Myself, me ankasa de nanka my join is Sebio. Ubia was serve in a position like where I occupy now. No, that person is an asset to the party, whether in active service or so I got transfer or whatever. That's why I'm tempted to agree so much with the proposal Kwabena Japan Eddie Basse. All former, party leaders and all must be made part of the electoral college to select the leaders of the party. I think that suggestion to me is okay. Because look at me. I've been a regional chairman of the party. I've been a regional vice chair. I've been a national council member from 2009 up to now. You can, appreciate the level of experience I have in this place. So you leave that position, you go and sit down, then you sit away with all the experiences. It doesn't work. No. So there should be a way of getting everybody involved. During the 2024 elections, in Greater Accra here, almost all the key actors were part of the regional campaign team. All the former regional officers, nearly all of them, former MPs, we were all involved in the campaign. Do you understand? So my thinking is that, yes, you've served here for some time. Allow others to also come, and you can support from behind or serve in any other capacity. That's my thinking.
San Abiritu, as regional chairman.
Well, it depends on the measuring criteria. Say yes, a one ben so and can regional chairman dear. Me from where I sit, dear a here pan say ube boa, base no, to make sure that the party remains united. As on your party no tokwani sa anyeme because one say a domejuma. Enti one shred now would need edim pai mu meti me one say those are the areas that from where I sit I think that as the leader of the party if you want to look at that area I'm sure over to a minimum of 8/10 because under my watch unless amba my attention making sure say na niama echo so Greater Accra to me, I've been able to hold the party together for all this while. You see, Abumofoko, everyone, yes, something in Anna. You be Hansu Yakwan, who is a total beard, why a dink. But I think that largely, and then the management of also my executives, all say Accra Hano, look at woman say. Managing the party here is difficult because the president, vice president, chief of staff, and we say Otoo Agorhom Greater Accra. They can say it could be say and we are not president. Look cry
no access to my
exactly. And he say do you understand? It's difficult. Greater Accra. Trust me. One say in the other regions, Sabi Obiani baby ako.
Minister ni okra unhune da.
Obiani baby ako and it is a party na ni but Greater Accra. Whatever it is, all the ministries, the agencies, the departments, everything. Company just all the government establishments.
Wow, we are chairman, baby okra ni access. By nipa no hye wasen wa access.
Me see a school placement. Me executive no back prince me organizer no onu na ya me small money. You look at them, okay, the wall link the wall link unlike other regions regional chairman Otoo ni naibesi happy. Yes, a bibia ewo on her. It's not like that in Greater Accra. It's a very, very, very different. You can have your youth organizer or your national coordinator. Or no crowd bet me a baby. I want to share one emra because ni owo hono oni ni wo sebi ebusuan bi ana eyonko me. But it is not so in the other regions because they no wa Accra and a wo ye organizer wo ho. So you only have to go to your chairman now or no on the anima. So it makes the whole thing quite complex. But I think that by the grace of God, I've been able to, stem the tide, manage my people up to where we are now. And I mean, Bompai said, I'll be able to do that till Congress and then hand over nicely and walk away. At least that's my thinking.
But for national idea, for now, wouldn't decide here.
No. It's not out of possibilities. Say we look at the strike because we look at the regional blocks. Okay. What you say? The regional representation. You look at all that. Okay. Now, definitely, I'm not seeing my team, contesting again. Minty and free now. But from the way things are going, it's looking like we may end up getting a new chairman. Then you will be looking at the combination. Okay, who else will go and partner? You look at that. If it becomes necessary, if I so decide, I can go and contest the national vice positions. Okay. But for now, I'm meeting with the media. My journey say Greater Accra must reorganize. We should be able to, get the party structures properly aligned. Now, for me, those things, I don't, subscribe to that. Polling station, send a constitutional amendment, the way it should be done. I would want to make sure that I see to it that it is done exactly so. Because you see, 2024 election, there are some of the constituencies sabi kakra. So you want to look at be a NPP or your MP or say a minister or Bonohene Modin kakra ni adi load no ewone so. And now you trying to protect kakra say na to me afem na uye ne saa na nipa no sabi se na say obre ne ho ase no ni constituency for wanye saa na wama usa SFM. Do you understand? You have situations like that. There were some of the candidates that we manage in a way not to openly protect, but we engage the potential opponents. One of such constituencies you can talk about Ayawaso West Wogon say one young boy, very, very promising. Now opese or contesting. But your stress situation, saying that Domelo had joined Wahona, you pese a bit breaking your front, So we had to find a way of talking the guy, out. It came with some difficulty but at the end of the day, we managed to give the sitting MP, protection as to whether it worked or not.
But I don't know, Papa.
It is at the end of the day that you ask yourself, anyway, boy, no call, yeah. I can also FM hall BSM because you see, say, candidate now will protect or you are thinking, say, yet to me, bois a money corner. Oh, yes, sir. Say, or no soon, say, oh, me koya, I can make bokasi, I can make yes, I can make a copa wincho, I can make a cocoa, nearly, make a costre way nearly. And yes, I still have to go and do that. Most of the time, my boss answer, I didn't cross my from you. Take your case.
Okay. As regional chairman, Abelekuma North, Eshawase, as of now, we intimate a coalition chair, Nipa, or your MP, Abelekuma North. A concern. What to Anamoafa home as regional chairman?
Very, very big issue. Very, very big issue. We are lucky, say, Nipa, ye no hono, equi free. Uhono sano, one very hard lady, I admire her, so, my obia, Nini Ding, she doesn't give up. And no, yes, I didn't by this time. Nyama, Eddie Femuno, I can break it down. But oh yeah, it's not fine. Oh say, who be call elections or call primaries or you no or some campaign winning elections no. If we won the elections, the NPP won the elections there in Ablekumanov. I mean, it's an open secret to be name. Now, Sisiano, all that the EC is waiting for is police protection. Sabi, on Betumi so they are declare the results. And even this very morning, I made my director of elections speak with them for us to see the update and the position. The storm is that we be a warning. Say we are still waiting for the police to give the electoral commission the needed security, protection. So they are on bet me I declare. So that's what we are waiting for. I want to believe that sooner than later that will be done.
But as a part, more trauma police for no, yes, say a consent to Monfena or Muntimi more yes who by now.
Seriously, you see. That's at the national level, where our team of lawyers, led by Gary Nemakun, Frank Davis, they are handling that one. So that enter me kind of say from the signals we are picking now, Mbeche will be able to, have Ablekumanov elections to declare. So basically, that's what it is.
Right. I mean, Sanjay and Krampuni Mantam Haya, I know you fee, Hannah Dingin. Ya bi wo a obi timi fro ka kire so Bonohene wo say yes wo say constituency chairman kra ye hu ne ha wo one ne yire tia bruchire e bia polling station chairman one ne yire atu afiri ba bia polling station ho no makotena ba bi so no mo na handle sa position no and he say wo betimi ahwepe o mu nyina but together polling station meetings o betimi high because party near be from the base polling station meetings and koso but a Drew Baby says you a disca and I no be about polling station where then he pan to America free baby or no about polling station baby or din position no abeje now what they call and massa nipan so polling station where when you the any benefit say nipan want ha the committee crab ma but ye disca bar or so and a kwakosi yet be bar a free MPP headquarters are ne so and a kwakosi. I didn't tell Sadia and a cost 1 gram of Bunimantama, ye intimis yano quine.
Okay. Well, now me ya bisa why you say in Crown, how do you say Punimoa?
Greater Accra region.
Greater Accra region.
Mantamu.
Pumpuni Mantam. Okay, thank you.
Mantam is region.
All right. Yeah. I want to believe similar situation can be in other. You are from Bonohene?
I'm from Bonohene.
That's why they call you Bonohene. Okay, fine. But constituencies there, I'm say a war Greater Accra out of the 34 no. Amasama Nkwana chairman no. Ejuma Ediniko Amanoni Kakra. But I know Mike very well. Our holding near ordinate or the first vice. I mean, they were constantly they were constantly engaging. Amasama executives in Greater Accra, Masa Yeshwepa, that's one outstanding constituency when it comes to the executives. Their commitment, their input to the political enterprise. I can say Amasama Mike chairman ni absenteeism and I can say and should too much of a problem for Amasama. For the polling station there, they who can bet me because oftentimes what happens is say share polling station reorganization. Once a party polling station and yet to me elections. We just look out for those who are available. I'll bet me in a given polling station. Now you appoint you. The Constitution allows that. That's why it said it's either by elections or by selection. That one. Sorry, that's what it is. And the thought be sad to me now a war the sitting executives no almost no because elections biom no. They try to also manipulate the system a little. Senebeya ebe favor next election. And no one share. Then you go and put somebody in the album for a given police station enye honoti ana sebi onhwe na consensus mu kra po no sheda ni ho ebia na watra hoda watu akotra exactly. So when we put all these things together, it works against the party. And nothing me man signal no earlier say I would want to supervise the rearrangement, the reorganization of the party from the polling station all the way to the regional congress. Of course that will be done under my supervision before I leave the scene. So for me, I think that the question is well placed. There are constituencies, there are polling stations, sorry. Yetuaba, NPP, polling station executives which resource NPP nya 0 There are situations like that.
But it was executives as well.
So it simply means that they either did not even work at all or that didn't happen in Greater Accra here. But if you check the results, most of the regions
NPP
idea say party no reorganize we will have to give serious attention to these areas and the party will be strong. We need to make the party strong. If the party is not strong and we allow the party to grow weaker than what it is now, and the opposition one share opposition will be. But once we get the party on its legs, now a year stronger, NPP will win the elections.
Constituency being na NPP lose Greater Accra region as so pass as chairman had the any constituency lose.
And sadly, how on earth can we say you lose your constituency like Dominic? I mean, then we want to look also at my own constituency where I live, Tema West. Tema West, dear, Sabi, signal in terms say, Adiwing, Yansha, Ebe Hayen. Eti ye pa, but na Ankono the way we're expecting. Again, you want to talk about what Usha says is here no. Uko Tema, we've lost Tema West. Na Tema East also 2020 election no. Na every year, sir. But we were working so hard, hoping that we were going to get it. Unfortunately, we didn't get that place too. At the constituency still there, I can also a constituency like Blekuma West, Honorable Eslawusu's place. I mean, why should we lose that constituency? Constituency like Lejokuku, Okoboy's constituency. The here bia say you winning elections, no, was made available. As I say to me, a winning that constituency, we lost that constituency also painfully. I can talk about a few of them. I also Westwood Gontizenia, Mikai. Now, I think, and they say, with the kind of support I am a candidate, no, we should be able to win it. But elections, no, so no, just say, now share mistakes, no, so be what every young Kasansu. We allow some few errors yet to be in Kawo, I won't say, but we know some of the things that we did wrong. I'm so happy, say, the current General Secretary, walk around, Aji, Yefonso Atum, Upper Party for Cho, Baumia himself, who was the candidate, Onusu Wayesa, yes, starting on that note, now your party for Cho, your Timemu for Cho, now Omutia say ye. Because we need to do that. If we are not able to do that and do it very well, convincingly, then we are rushing to be fighting over positions. I want to be, the next chairman. I want to be the next secretary. I want to be then that one, we are going to rush and put up the superstructure again on a weak foundation. So I think that we should all relax, allow the heat to vent out, then we get down a joa, then we quickly start. So Anka toa say to me they've done about 13 regions They are left with 3 regions, including Greater Accra.
Thank you, Tono.
Thank you, Tono. We need to finish that one nicely because we should send air corner. I think say beginning na ebeye Kakra, but after they've done the rearrangement, the tour is going well. Let's finish that one first. They have no open nomination anywhere, so we need to take our time and get the party well, structured before we can say be a nomination for this, be a nomination for that. But send Sebi. We started jostling for positions. Oh, I want to go and contest for this. I want to go and contest for this. I think we'll station a first place openly. Man declares I'm not contesting again. But before that, now I'm off for brave. Oh, I'm going to contest for this. I'm going to at least Konyano na obitiso. Na yanyam bie, how do you?
I saw Pamo. Sama ya minim okwe report no unset me akabi as regional chairman na unsan kabi a follow up question I may and say ya on conform raise concern say in case of make report no public send be at least almost the input you ba ombe hu di ombe media ba na ye constitution amendment ye hu proposals ahodo e so mo de ba ene normal ahodo a e se omosesa wono mo ya adwen say making of public na wo so wahu ana
not at all
and who ya proposals no ma based on that.
Very good. Obiam besides say we be ma proposal for constitutional. The proposal is in request for constitutional amendment. Yes sir.
Yes.
Obiam can say we proposal no should be based on the outcome of Okwe's report. Nobody is saying that. Constituency, what he Sebi, Amafo are calling, they are giving their ideas and all. Based on that, you can put something together. Frank Davis committee, you go and present it. Say, oh, Mimi Susu say, say a situation where polling station executives, they are not acting, they are not, because most of them, they were put there not to come and work for the party, but they got themselves there to vote for, their friends and all that. And you can submit a proposal as to how I will say problem where solve. Committee reports not in the history of our political enterprise. Party be the idea at that NPP. There have been 2 or 3 committees like that. However, committee they will have access to that. National Council present here. They gave out only 1 copy. It will be can say report no baby say and this report is with Omwa Sabi Yedi Omwasi say Omunshwe to its implementation. And the collection of proposals it is for the amendment of the constitution. So for example, before the Professor Michael Kwe committee report now Obian himself your delegate system and them why because they were there to work for the party, not to avail themselves for elections from delegates but akwa say sabi sa process and the coins kakra eba on bottom, so everybody rushes in there just for that purpose. And at the end of the day, you have the wrong people in there. The outcome of that whole arrangement will equally be wrong. So now him say no, a honor say to me, what that one was not based on the committee's report. And if OBS submit a proposal as to how that one must be, the person doesn't need the report to be able to put that in together.
Then obi so be say chairman from anu see kakra so apologies say then okwe report na ehun ni faso say yes omko out say omo kogidi intia party no lusu ya if say party no beji proposals so there definitely so proposals na ba out amanfo be resi issues ma party no elusu ya entina hu hia kora say omo koye okwe report.
Okay, so let me explain.
Okay.
The terms of reference. No, I understand you. the terms of reference and a Juma yedi share Professor Michael Kwe committee no omunsani say they should go and find out what caused our defeat. That's about 70% of the job. They should go and find out. Then they buy lose elections. No. Now, in that process, no, I'm not for so back on my drain. And be I joined the Bebano, and yet the my lose election. But on all trans and on feel so party no going forward. No, yes, a beboying. And to move when you assemble all these info data, munya yes, then you bring it to the National Party, assignment. And the National Party no has received the report of Professor Michael Kwe's committee. Now, party for almost public almost a year for but not mean and the public will do what? It's share reasons are losing elections. Now, near maybe woman sebi yes sensitive and say because when the public pair, then our opponents will also have access to it. What I say? Then our opponents will also have access to it. And we need to, understand that that is not it. It is after the report by and I committee, committee no ensure to its implementation. Strategies are yet call elections, whatever we do as a party, it manages from the top.
Yeah.
If you top whenever. And the report now could do top, the content of it, would inform strategies nyama on can say because enuna party no be then ebe bounce back. NDC lost elections and then what happened? They put a committee up together like that, and that was in 2016. Omako share the buy lose election. At the end of the day, they managed to put themselves together. And now, Omo win election.
Yeah.
Why were we not saying, say, Omo report no public? It's not a practice. It's not a practice, and it cannot be the practice. We must understand. Obiwo adwincherebia ebeboa party no kan kona. Go ahead, put it together. That door is open. That committee is, is there. You let them have it. We'll work on it. That's what it is.
I'm on for a call for early Congress.
Especially for the selection of a presidential candidate. To be yes, I don't pay it to stop. Sisiano, because you want to become a national officer. The presidential hopefuls, they will have interest in who become the national chairman, the secretary, and all this. So you can see how they will be jostling over each other, trying to push people and all. So it will not be based on competent per se, but it will be based on who I think say Onyako Tranhua say be may benefit. What I say? But yes, election, presidential election, you free was here. Say now the party will be stable. Now you have to make to Yebu actually because Saturday then we have only one person as a leader.
Presidential.
Oh yeah.
Before the national, the regional, and the constituency, and the polling station.
Yeah. That's my thinking. That's my thinking. Ebe boy papa. Yeah, ni say ebe boy.
Omunya presidential elections no first.
Bonohene ebe boy papa. Yenya yes ape wo dey for any to. Ye congress na ye ko amend constitution no na ye constitution no ma ye kwa na ye yes ade no. Wo ba won say party no mu bejo. Wa afedia obi say obekwa akosserve position and say why you ready say obesom party no yes say odi ne ho ko hye baabi na wanya kwan asonso bi that's what it is. Trust me, every boy.
No say yenyi delegates, yenyi polling station agents, yenyi constituency executives, yenyi national executives. We
have all those structures already. We have national officers, we have regional officers, we have constituency, we have all this. The only thing they say, constitution no makwan say ye war horses here no ye yanko to aba and the next flag bearer.
The constitution is against that.
Yes. Okay. That is why we need to go and amend the constitution.
Yeah.
Because it's a new thing that we are bringing, and this is MPP. Who did diagram for the Ubeko Kotama Wahu? So we need to make sure that we have it in the constitution. That's why we are calling for the amendment. Do you understand? Once we have that, yet to make a year and new repair, and the NHS say, let's do that one. Yeah, no fro. Say party no bejo. Party no bejo pa. Afi omo muwa kumapa, and they think that they are
ready to serve.
I like that. They are ready to serve. No. Ombe yom hu asiho. Yenaya to muswaba.
I think you are making a point.
It will help us. It will seriously help
us. Presidential that means as a walk constituency and a polling station and yes, Kentia walk or Kosum MPP.
Exactly. I feel so about an partner back. Well, because we are all working towards the man at the top. Now we don't have. I don't say now yeah, we are fighting and that kind of thing. But the flag bearer no pay. Yen you know himself okay, yen you know share. Papa we and now mommy we I say. That's what it is.
So won't pass up papa no. That means I won't pay MPP no. And to unko precrase me could constituency and baby.
Oh, MPP won't pay no. But you want to work for the party. You go through the elections. Unya winia, you serve the party.
But enya hu so kakra so okay. Yakoto ye no ye the chairman divine say will lead in 2028 as presidential candidate ebia chairman divine onya minipa mempenasem entimi so metiada se nyansa no wo adwen wo constituency no kra no me de be ye adwuma national me de be ye adwuma polling station me de be ye adwuma emma obi so ntenkoda say okay we na nya de a me nko propose no kra bi
ye free party no MPP uni ho obi be. That's what it is. And you know the ye kra say ufu say nipa na wo ho no umpenasem and to make koye juma because the juma ye the winning election no 80-90% to watch sacrifice is voluntary eti masa enu mo kra po be boaye eti ufu say nipa we the me penasem eti me nkoku me hu ye juma man and the election don't even go in the first place but on say when we do it the other way around by the time I be kwa elect nipa no now we party leader dada. It is a basa, open pano, automatically we all hodada. So you see a quack or edge mana, I've said, now nam chen. That's what it is.
I think some now point to know. A ban is a crown one, Nipana leading no one influence elections because of constituency national because he has nothing to lose.
That's a good way of making the party be the party. Party Nankasa, Beye, dear, Sabi, party for Beye, Nankoye. Anko yese sebi obinti ye ken obi wo ho a sebi o onu anka onko pe position bia o but enam say ono enipa no go ye candidate there mami fa me hu shem bi na che say o chena bi no na you understand what it is.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it is a basa. The whole thing is about Bonohene. It's people who are around you are say unya so momu unyomu ye adwuma no na wo sore na president ana kan ne kra po ye minipa na wo say the masa pe oba bitana you know then you be sidestepping omwa sabi eso mo supervise wo ana ese unyomu ye den eye adwuma
right
because you will be dealing straight with the man at the top.
But chairman proposals no what raise why my proposals?
Oh yeah, this has been discussed, you know, and it's most likely what will happen. Every party, ubia party penyibia obeba uhabia bisano. So on can be being found sa next is MBN on fan adwen ko. Now when you ask I didn't want to say any say ebe say oba say ubia beti ase. Because problem I was is here our party mu mean team ho ase ni to be ayekoso na is towards that. So the moment I ye and no free hope
be Ebi said Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bomi ayen to and so ebi said there be yenfa new face mra edin bi abubo Kennedy Japan bre champion nom community Japan mudin ebubo hwan adutu mudin aba de ni monum din abeba mountain so as chairman I told the be let's call a spade no cry back up those party obi atimi kire na dwen but adwen kire ni bi wotimi se we de enko ye by party de ye man nhihye ye enya dwuma wadwen wo sa de we ho ne de then sa internal kitikiti ekoso and a went to me more and yet too early and her party no.
When they would be share corner be pa, but me a politician at a young husa. Dear Mechan say, a dear woman in a duchum, Kwabena Japan, Canada Japan. What are the names?
Dr.
Brian Champon, Dr. Baumia. Who are they? These are members of the new Patriotic Party. Constitutional ma ubia hukwan. Say, kunyatoa ye pray. That's what it is. The only thing is say, Sebi, if we are to be guided by history, and the yenim say, apart from Rollins, he transitioned from being a military ruler straight to don't forget say, oh yeah, first school no failure. And then he came again and he succeeded. Then you come to look at Mahama. Services here. Hey, see me it is a wama ye Dumso wama Dumso visa. So now Dumso is back to Ghana. Dumso are deporting we were trying to exercise the ghost, and Dumso has visa to come back. Wasaji visa about Ghana. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Waji visa. But I'm saying, say, once upon a time he was rejected. 2016, Ghanaians, the same Ghanaians voted him out. Ena, Sebi, Okoya, Wasaba, the ANB, and say, Ghana Fuama, Yenina, say, His Excellency Mahama, he understands the psychology of the Ghanaian voter. And so, also Ghana for the China short memory. Yeah, no more friendly. Ube election didn't draw. I mean, tell lies. Kakra na udia friend. He did that. And Yasanko Tuaba Ediamano. Onukra, he was once upon a time rejected. And he said, no, na yedi ka asem no dia. Miti he. Ubisa mi madrea. Mi de mekan say, ubia ya marketing no pa die. Anka, if we want our work to be easier, and yes, I should know Sabiuma, Anka Ebeboa, but who am I? I'm just want to be Becca. Whom am I? Oh, I'm just one person. I want to say, Omwa, Omu, Ububomu Dinina, Omu ye party for, Omu Sefata. And if it becomes this, you say, ye Quaco Tuaba, ye Tuaba, your Benyabiano, a set party for a day, ye Tanechi, na Yanko. I think that's what it is. NPP head there, the moment we select a leader, you see that all of us will come one logo line will go.
Right, I'm national issues so now for me at 20 lines, so no probably Ibiana will be at the chairman campus will be such a man. Assemble Kwanaminu, Nyansani Bakufu team. So far so good. His Excellency Mahama. Amamuno, NDC Amamuno, to saying as regional chairman.
Oh, yo, me dance. Tiseni amidi kankan earlier no. Ubisa mi pa die, me de me kan say ankan NPP for. Baby aye was a CIA die. I think say.
Pacha me so far, not so far so good.
Okay,
so far.
Thank you. I think say. Yako elections, aluzi elections. Timemufo Ghana, Timemufo. The voters, Omwa Kochro Mwadring, Omwa Votama, the NDC, led by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Media, Minyaya. Let's concentrate on building our party, We should direct our energies, especially this first year, to building a strong party. Now, Yenja NDC for us, because take it or leave it, they are still enjoying goodwill from the Ghanaian voter. So at this time, Udia who prepare 2020 or mistakes, idea. Thank you. They will not give serious attention to it. It's like give them some time. Honor, Sebi, or Yapamu every hall. Eti Obifo for Abano, Manumreka Krana, yes, what they can do. Having said so, Nyama Ekosudie, Sebi Yenina Yenim, Yamiada Roma, Papa Trump, sebio ni na grodi
trade war
na grodi all the whatever is informing that there will be any the effect of it they say dollar no say agun ni mase enti agun ni mase no yen as a Ghanaians are depending on that one as our external medium of exchange benefit because dollar no bana ebafem be free abemu nso no we introduce this gold for oil a year sebi the government buying of gold no eshase ni san into no our reserves no cost what you say this gold board idea no me amitia metumi aka nchira say it was nurtured during our time we conceptualize that idea. A particular foreign investor came to me and I went with him to go and see His Excellency Alhaji Dr. Bawumia, and the man asked that Bawumia asked that the man should go and develop a paper and bring it for us to see. So this idea was mooted during our time. If we had continued, we would have done this.
That means NPP bring charge.
Oh yeah, it is. I know. I have been part of it. That's why I'm saying that I know this one for sure. And what I'm saying is, gold, any dollar, ama sesiano, the exchange rate of particularly the dollar, no, above them cry. Now, above them, son, what's been the effect on the Ghanaian economy? Prices are rather going up. Look at cement. Bebano, when the dollar was somewhere around almost 70 at the time. Usha, send a yeton cement. As at that time, any CCA senior year turn no. Ushepa, ubetumi can say because in 2024 the dollar army came June 2024 14.7. Now cement was around 110, and then dollar no above them to about 12.4, but the cement has rather gone up to 115. At the impact of dollar na abafem no dollar na yedi import clinker yedi cement no no wo he
and reflect
se si dumso eba biom na dumso abedui na ECG prices bills no go high, water bills are going high. I mean these things we have a lot to say, except that my thinking is that let's take our time and focus on fixing our party. Once we have that one fixed, we'll be ready to win because we exist as a party to win elections. So our focus should be on building the party back so that we can go and win elections.
Chairman, finally, my main for you. Hello. Radio starting confirm. Did you be attending cafe? Chairman, finally. Yeah, sorry. Let me to find out what's sorry.
Yo, me da say. Ese nyina yete ye wan say sebi ye ko ku anye ye. Na we still have the opportunity to avail ourselves. Ye to ye bo na ye ma penyefo ende ye nim na ye nsiesie sebi team no machine na ye de ko ku no. Ye nsiesie ni ye na ye yesa machine de ye fidie no machine no fidie no enya eye kama edie obi a obeba be transfer na chi bia sabi obetwe yen ede yakọ bebi a ese yekọ eti yenya abotre na yemfa obuo emma penyefo no. It is extremely important because adwuma no enafem na ye omunya ye supporter ende die omuye sabi se ye omunya sodwe de ya ende ebeboa ye. The party is still undergoing reorganization, restructuring, and all that. And at the here, and they say, you be more support. Na NPP, a party, historically, no, you call Ghana, Abako Semwa, you chere party, to me, boo of money, year when it comes to governance, the management of the economy, you can decide to hate us, but the truth is that no party, no political party comes anywhere near the NPP. It's yenya awreshemu ewo party mu say we'll bounce back and we'll bounce back strong. The good thing is that we share statistics very carefully. Utumi will say we lost the election because our own people did not go to vote.
Yeah.
So if we are able to, repair the cracked walls, now party no bum na ye ba compare, naturally people will come on board. Kofi kwa na wa friend yere. Yere so kwa no so friend ba, like that no. The party will win 2028 easily. By yan na nkambo ma and the bebre.
Right. Jamai, medase, yama musu ne som.
Thank you for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe.